Well, hello, and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today I am starting what is probably going to be 2 videos for my November design team project for, Amanda over at Scrimpy Mummy. So, the kit that I am using is this beautiful Blue Jay. Sorry, I sound out of breath, don't I? I've just run up and down the stairs a couple of times. So this is the first page, and I just think this is absolutely beautiful. This paper looks like fabric. We've got some stamps, got some lovely French writing, various places, and then we've got these gorgeous birds on this sort of blossom. Beautiful. Everything I love. And then we've got the same page running the other way. So we've got one in portrait, and then we've got one in landscape, and then we've got these beautiful grey tones on some of the pages, and this is almost like a border page, easy background, made to look old. And you'll see I've not backed any of these, and you'll understand why in a minute. And then you've got that one that I said looked like fabric. Great background pages. There's another grey one, but in sort of flora and fauna. And I have printed these on my navigator paper, you know I like that. And then there's another border one, but it's a little bit of everything because it's that same, where is it? It's that same border shape, but it's then got elements of this flora that have been semi-masked out, and then it's got our birds on. So there's another beauty. I printed that one twice, so you don't get 2 of those. I just printed it twice. And then you've got the cards, journal cards, the tabs, a small tag and a large tag. Now I must stress to you that this kit is part of the monthly subscription. It's not part of her freebies or her general purchases. So if you're going to want this kit, you need to consider subscribing to her monthly program, but believe me, it is well worth it. So that's the kit, the main kit that I'm going to be using. I've got a couple of other pages from the kit that I had earlier in the year from her. We've got some photographs, an old letter and some envelopes. And what I'm going to be using in the kit mainly is these 3 coffee dyed envelopes. I've then got one of these sandwich bags with a gusset. If you haven't got any of these, you can easily make them out of packaging paper. I've shown you how to do that before. I've then got a small coffee dyed envelope and an undyed, what I call business envelope. Okay, so what I'm going to be making is a folio type journal. So this will be our back, this will be our front, and then you've seen me do this before, but these have become very, very popular. People have been asking all sorts of things about these. So when I just tear these down and make these corner decorated pockets, yeah? So this one is going to sit on there, and this one is going to sit on there. I'm going to put this one in there. I'm going to put this one over that and put that in there. So this is going to become like a folio journal, and we've got a flap on the front. We're going to have a flap there, and then on this side we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, enough talking, let's get doing. So I'm going to put this page to one side for a minute, and I'm going to use the landscape pages. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them in half like that, as you would for a normal journal, but I'm going to put it around my envelope like that. Get it right to the bottom. Not worried about this because we need a spine, and I'm going to do that with those lovely fabrics, but we are going to need to cut off the extra, so it's going to be slightly smaller, the envelope is, but it's going to be the size of the folded page. So just slice that off and get rid of that. That's the flat. So that's the front. Don't want that one. Use this one. Exactly the same thing again. Fold it in half. And pop that over there. Trim this off. Like so. Actually, I want this to be the front because I want to see the birds. So front, back, okay. And then our torn pieces. So I'm going to use this one, I think. So this one I'm going to fold in half that way. I'm going to put this on here. But before we cover it, we've cut these envelopes down, haven't we? So we need to make sure that it's the same height. So that's how much we need to cut off. So I'm going to cut that much off of our envelope, our torn envelope, and then we're going to wrap this over there. But let's make our life easier, and let's oops, see, I moved it, didn't I? Don't move it, Claire. Right. The thing with Amanda's monthly subscription is that obviously every month you get a new kit, and I'm just now going to tear this down so that it basically matches the envelope. Doesn't matter if you take a little bit more envelope off in the process. And then if we put this over here like that, you can see that's mainly covered it, but we've got more decorations to do anyway, so that's fine. So that's that one. And then I think I'll use this fauna one for this side. So again, I'm going to fold it in half lengthways. I'm going to put this in, Oh, we've got to trim our envelope first. I bet you were shouting at me, weren't you? Trim your envelope. Usually when I do folios and things, I do them with file folders and the like. And I just thought, as these corner envelope things have become so popular, you're all asking me about them all the time, it made sense to do one out of envelopes. These are admittedly new envelopes rather than recycled ones, but those of you that have been here a while will know that I have literally thousands of these from my old day job. And then we're just going to put that one over there. Okay, and that one is going to go that side. Then I've got these three. So this one, I think I've got some book pages here that I just stenciled on, just to add interest to the book page, and I'm thinking that that might be a nice way to cover this envelope. So I'm just going to sort of pop that on there and then trim round it. So that'll be that one. Like that. Whoops, I nearly spilt my coffee. That's going to go there. And then on this bag, I think I'm going to use this one again. So we're going to pop that there. See, I'm doing all this prep. Take notes of the name on there. It's because I was going to use this bag for something else. We're doing all this prep and then we can do all of our gluing in one here in a minute. Makes sense, does it not? So I haven't asked, how are you all? What have you all been up to? I trust you're all happy, safe and well. It's all wet and rainy here again today, which is, you know, not the best. I've had to put the washing in the tumble dryer, but it is what it is. Okay. So that's going to sit there, but I do feel like I want to take a little bit off because I'd like to see some of that brown. So I'm going to take one row of these like kisses and dots off of that side, and I'm going to take 2 rows of them off the top. Okay, and then it's now going to sit with a border like that. That's nice. So then where did I put the rest of that? Up here, because I feel like some of this would be great as that piece there. So, or actually, do we do a collage? We could do a collage, couldn't we? So let's rip that there. And rip it there. So just put a straight line down there. And that is going to be our front cover there, and then I just want a little bit off that end, and we will add some further things on there to decorate that up like that. So that's that one. So then we just need to do this one. So what papers have we got left? Oh, we've got, oops, we've got this one, haven't we, that is long and tall, which is awesome because that is going to cover it completely. So go like that, and then we are going to pop this in there. Look at that, fits almost exactly. You just got to decide whether I want to cut off the top or the bottom. I'm going to cut off the top. So we'll take the envelope out to make sure I don't cut the envelope. Because you just know it's going to happen, don't you? You just know. And we'll put that over there like that. Right, so we've got extra bits there, and then that is that envelope that goes like that. Okay, so they are the main parts to our folio journal. Okay, but before I start gluing them down and constructing it, I want some fabric now, and I want the fabric to work as hinges. So I dug out blues that I had that I thought would work. So we've got, I mean, this has got mainly all the colours in it. So we've got this spotty one. I think that works quite well. We've got this stripy one, which I also love. And then we've got this dark one. Not happy with that one now, so I'm going to discard that. And do you know what? I think we'll use, because I love them both, I think we'll use both of them. So I am going to cut. What am I going to cut? Let me think. Right, okay, I'm going to cut roughly 2-inch strips, and I haven't got any scissors here. That's fairly typical. Right, so it's because I've been sewing in the armchair, so all my scissors are down there. So we'll have to use the big ones. So I'm going 2 inches or 4 inches and 6 inches. Probably won't need all them, but I can easily use them for another project. And actually I'm not going to do that one because that one's got a fold. Oh, let's do it. Okay, so we've got 3 of those. I'll pull all our strings out in a minute. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this. You may have seen this before. This is one of hubby's old shirts. So again, we're going to go 2 and 4. I'm only going to do 2 of these. 5 strips is going to be more than enough. And obviously you can use any old fabric you've got lying around. If you haven't got any, nip upstairs and nick one of hubby's shirts. You won't even notice. Right, and there's those 2. That's the extra. So, first things first, let's get rid of all of our strings. Because these strings are lovely, but we don't want, you know, more than we need. So that we're not using at the moment. That's a string. It probably wouldn't suit all of you, but I feel like I could just sit here doing this all day today and create like a 5-hour video. Do you know what? Now there's a thing. I could do like a weekend day live, where I just basically was here for most of the day, and you could jump in and out. We could have like proper lunch break, be like a virtual workshop or whatever. That would be fun. Anyway, you know, there's so many things I want and need to do that who knows. But it is something we could think about doing, I suppose. Perhaps let me know. Right, so there's our 5 strips, okay? Enough daydreaming, Claire. Let's get rid of them. So, first things first, I'm going to glue this to this because I'm going to lose it. Move my strings over there. Right. Hubby's on the phone, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. But as I think I've said before, we do both work from home. So, you know, there are phone calls and parcels and things going on almost all the time. Right, so that sits on there like that. This goes down that front side. I'm sure you've seen that done before. I'm saying about the rain, and it is raining, but I'm very warm. I might have to open the window in a minute. Pray the rain don't come in and flood me out. I did that on the back door the other week. I had the back door open, and hubby came down and said, "Goodness me, Claire, the back lobby was semi-flooded. There was water everywhere." Because it had all been coming in the back door. I hadn't realised it was raining that heavy. Okay, I'm sure you've seen this done before. We're just going to glue up here to make this into a pocket. Both sides, like so. Glue that down. We'll address more decoration on there later. Okay, so I'm going to get one side. So this is my back cover, and they all go with that. So first things first, let's glue this all the way round. Now you know that we cut the top off the envelope, so the envelope is open. Now that means that we can use both the back and the front covers as giant pockets, part of our folio, which I think is going to be awesome. Right, tuck this into your fold, making sure that you're all the way to the bottom, and press it home. Okay, use my bone folder to make sure that glue's spread out and it's all stuck down like so. And then we're going to open that up, and we're going to glue the other side. I'm going to do this for both the back and the front covers. Means it's going to be, you know, a semi-soft cover, but you have got 2 layers of envelope and 2 layers of paper, And that's without any decoration, so it's going to be, you know, substantially enough. It's just not going to be, you know, a rock hard hard book cover style. Okay, bring your glue up, make sure that's all stuck down nicely. See, because we've obviously got the opening, you see, at the top, like that. So we could add something if we wanted to. Now I'm going to take one of my pieces. Oh goodness me, I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to put the fan on. Hang on 1 second. Right, okay, sorry about that. I'm just really getting rather warm sitting here. So I'm take a piece of fabric and I'm going to stick it down that side. Okay, so I'm going to use a fabric glue. She says, there we go, fabric glue. Like that. Spread it out so we don't get any lumpety bumpety bits showing through. Okay, take your fabric and just, as it were, kiss the edge of your decorative paper. Okay, just like that. Then we need to take, because that's our back cover, we need to take our front cover and we're going to glue this down. Just gluing all the way around the edge. Exactly the same as, and then through the middle, exactly the same as we did the other one. Oh no. That's it. Use a bow folder to make sure that's nicely stuck down. And the other side, I keep picking up the wrong glue bottle, don't I? You think I'd know the difference between clear and white glue, but apparently not. Okay, flip it over, stick it down, and use our bone folder to make sure it's nicely glued up. Okay, all right. Oh, that's annoying. I was hoping that the birds were going to be on the outside, but I didn't think that through, did I? The birds are actually on the inside. Oh well, never mind. So that is now going to just kiss the fabric again, you see, and give us a little bit of a spine. It's not a huge spine, but we don't need a majorly huge one. And that's going to sit there, okay? So, fabric glue again. And I want to make this really sort of chunky and flippy, and so we're going to have lots of different, you know, areas going on. Right, so now line it up at the bottom. Make sure you're just kissing that fabric like so. And then we're going to glue this side. Excuse me. Like so. And this side. Spread it out. And then bring this over. And what I want to do is I want to give myself a little tiny top edge, like you would, little tiny sticking up top edge, you know, like you get the twisted silks in something like a Reader's Digest or an old book. I'm sure that's got a specific name. I can't think what it is. Bring your fabric down. Like that. And then you can snip off your edge bit. If you snip it a little bit too long, dreadful shaky hands this morning for some reason. It's definitely, well, it might be too much coffee actually. And then you can pull out your strings and ruffle that up a bit. Okay, so that's our first fabric strip. Now I can't make up my mind. I think I missed some glue here. If you can see that you've missed some glue, then obviously just go in and put a bit more in. There you go. I think I've changed my mind now. I think this is going to be the front. And then that's going to be the back with the birds on. Yes, there you go. It's that way. Right, now, this one goes this side. Okay. So, again, I'm going to cover this up. Just work my way through and glue down all of the pieces that we previously tore and cut. Now obviously you don't necessarily want to watch me do this because this is quite boring, so I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to get them all covered and then I'll bring you back for the next bit. How does that sound? So I'll see you in 2 minutes. Okay, welcome back. So I've got all of the pieces covered now. So, oh excuse me, I've had a sneezing fit while you were gone and now I've got a runny nose. I hate it when people sniff like that, I'm sorry. Right, now in this bag you've got a gusset side. Now that's a perfect place for us to put the envelope flap and make that into a hinge holder, just like that. That'll glue in there beautifully. So I'm going to tear off the strip because these are self-adhesive envelopes. I'm going to glue almost up to the fold and then I am going to glue this in there, but I'm only, as you can see, going to glue it to one side. I haven't glued it on both ends. So just pop it in, make sure you're on the proper bend area, and then press it home. So that's our first flap, okay? Didn't decorate the back yet. So we've still got the back side of this gusset, and that's where we're going to put some of our fabric, and we're going to use that as a hinge for this. So we just used a spotty one through the middle, so I'm now going to use this stripy one, and I love that it's got a hole in there, you know, it's been really worn and used. So this is going to fit in there, and then it's going to clip on to be our hinge. So we're going to use our fabric glue. And I was thinking while you were gone, I'm going to sneeze again, sorry, excuse me. And again, oh, I do apologise, sorry. I was thinking while you were gone that, and you can see I'm gluing all of it now because, and I'm going to spread that out. After we've put our fabric in the edge bit, and I know you probably can't see what I'm doing at the moment. Right, once we put our fabric in the edge bit, so we're only going, I mean, you probably won't necessarily have striped fabric, so it's not a perfect measurement for you, but I'm going like 2 stripes in, and then I'm going to press all that down. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to glue the other side so that we seal this gusset shut, okay? And we've put in the 2 things that we wanted, and now we are going to glue it shut, like so. Okay, whoops, so it's totally glued, and then I'm just going to trim it off, and again trim it a little bit high, and then we can pull our strings out and tatty up the edge. Okay, that's all stuck in there like that, and that's our flap. Now you can, if you want to, put it right on the edge and then put your fabric on the other side, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to cover up our pretty birds. So, I mean, I know obviously we're going to cover them here. We've got to cover them somewhere. So I think I'm going to do mine there. Okay. So it flaps like that. So, fabric glue again. Sorry, I was thinking while you were gone, that's what I was saying. I started sneezing, didn't I? That I'm wrong. This is not from Amanda's monthly subscription. This is actually just in her Ko-fi shop. However, you know, her monthly subscription is something I've joined and I love, because not only do you get a kit every month, and we've just had a preview of the one that's coming, but you get videos and tutorials and all sorts of things to keep you motivated. Right, I'm giving myself a little bit of a gap so that, you know, we can fold without there being any issue, and just stick that down like that. So that's going to flap out. We'll decorate that. That one flaps on there. So that is the right hand side, or the back cover, whatever you want to say. So I'm going to move that over there, and I know we're working on the side now, but anyway. So now we got this envelope that's going on the front. Now I did fold the paper over to strengthen that, because obviously that is a pocket. So I'm going to slide this over. Now this is marginally taller, as you can see, but that doesn't bother me. So again, we're going to glue this down like, wrong glue. See, this is what I keep doing. I'm mad, aren't I? Right, I'm going to glue down this So I'm only gluing the flap. I'm going to centre it back up because obviously I've moved it in applying the glue. Give myself a tiny movement space. So stop moving it, Claire. About there. And stick that down like that. And now that's our front cover that's got this flap on it. And now I'm going to stick this to this, but obviously if we stick it on it, it's not going to hinge. So what we need to do is find some of our, here it is, what I'm calling the fabric paper. I'm going to cut myself the width of my ruler, which is 1 inch. Like so. I'm going to fold this in half to make a hinge. Now, because I've not printed on the back, when we use this hinge, we're going to see the white of the paper, because it's not been, as I say, whoops, it's not been double printed. So what we're going to do is we're now going to turn it that way so that we put the glue on the white bit so that we don't see the white of the hinge. Okay, so glue this. Okay, and apply that to here. Now, because it's different colours across the page, obviously it's a slightly different colour, but I still think it's much nicer to look at than the white. So then glue the other side. Sorry, I keep leaning on that metal ruler and it's chinking on my scissors. I'm going to glue this side. Okay, and then we're going to offer it onto the very edge of our creamy orange yellow envelope. So make sure it's right on the edge, it's not peeking over, but because it's right on the edge it will hinge. Now obviously we need to decorate this and we need to cover that and that, we need to finish decorating that, but I didn't want the video to go, and we need to do something there, to go on for forever, and I've already been here for almost an hour, well 45 minutes, so I'm going to stop there. You've got the basics. If you want to join in, you can follow the video, you can catch up, and then I'll come back for a part 2 next Wednesday. It is Wednesday, yeah, next Wednesday, and we will carry on with this little folio book. I hope you've had some joy and some fun watching me do that. I hope you're going to join in. Please pop over and look at Amanda's Ko-fi site. I will be putting links for the site and this particular kit in the comments. Stay safe. I'll be back very soon. Ta-ta for now.